Introductory videos, you have noticed a few different tools that were outlined that include Python, the Pandas library, and Colab notebook. In this launch, however, we're going to try using a new platform, and this platform is called Kaggle. And Kaggle, here you can see the home screen, and I'll go through how to basically get it set up with Kaggle and how to prepare yourself for the upcoming lectures in the next subsection. As I said here, this is the homepage of Kaggle. Kaggle is more like a data science social media site. So there are different things you can do, from competitions to look at lots of different examples of data sets, to look at examples of code, have discussions with others, and even the courses, which is going to be a key part of this course. So if you check out the main site, you can scroll down and you can watch, for example, this YouTube video, which gives you a sense of what Kaggle is and how it got started. It really got started more on the machine learning competition side of things, but it's become a platform that even beginners can use just to learn very basic things. There's a community of over 7.5 million people on the platform, and lots of different functions that we'll go through here. So the first thing you need to do to get started is just go ahead and register. So here you can see there's a way to create an account, either using Google, or you can just register with your email account. I'm okay with you doing either one. You can use your NUS email or personal email, either one. That's fine. Once you've created your account, what's going to happen is you will see something that looks like this. You'll see this is basically my account, my Kaggle account. And you can update your profile by adding a photo. You can add your social media links. You can add a personal website. I'm cool with whatever. You don't have to populate this. That's fine. But if you want to, that's great. Once you create your account, you'll notice that there are different areas of expertise that you can be in. So if I go to my home, you can be at competitions. You get basically credits for competitions, for data sets, for notebooks, and for discussions. In this course, you're going to be looking at using data sets, not creating data sets, some of the data sets I've created, and then notebooks. You're going to be using the Kaggle notebooks. So to give you an understanding how that works, at the beginning of each video that outlines a notebook, you're going to be given the link to that notebook. And what that's going to look like, for example, so if I go to one of these data sets, if we look at the data set that you'll be using in next week's lesson, you will be looking at code or code notebooks. And so if you click on this notebook, what's going to happen is it's going to look like this, where we click on it. And you'll see here, this is the notebook. This is what the notebook looks like. You can see some text, and then down here, you see some of the code. In order to do something with this notebook, you will click this button in the upper right-hand corner called Copy and Edit. And this will bring the notebook into your Kaggle environment, and you can actually manipulate it and use it and analyze it. Also in these upcoming sessions, you'll also be doing courses, and courses are the same type of thing. So if we click on courses, you can see that when you click on the tutorial, what's going to happen is it's going to open up a section that looks like this, and then you can click Edit My Copy. So those are just to get you started on how to create these notebooks, or to use these notebooks. So let's take a look at what a notebook actually is. So if we go back to, let's see, if we go to my notebook here, we can edit. I'm going to edit my own notebook, which is the notebook that you all will be using in the future. When we go into the notebook, there are lots of different functions and things. We're not going to cover all of those in today's session. The first thing to keep in mind is that when you open the notebook, you can start it. You have to start the session. So you can click on this button here, or you could also just execute one of the lines of code, which would start the notebook. The main points of a notebook are what's called cells. And here you can see this black line here on the left. This is a cell. And if I click here, you can expand and contract the cells by clicking on them like this. But you'll notice that this cell, if I double click on it, you can see what's inside. It's basically text. And text is, there's a notation called markdown, which is formatting this text. But you can also use these down here to basically modify that. This is what's called a text cell. And if I click Command Shift, it'll take it back to this cell. If I scroll down, there's a lot of text here, but here you can see a code cell. Code cells have code, text cells has text. and you can run code cells differently. Code's basically sending this Python code to the Python engine, which allows you to run that code. So as we get into the tutorials, you'll see how this kind of works in the Python tutorials in the Kaggle platform. You can add cells, you can delete cells, copy and paste, you can run everything. The code in Markdown is the text cell, code is the code cell, so you can change things. These menus up here are really a key one would be run. So you can run different cells using some of these options, or you can do stop session, you can restart the session, or you can do a factory reset, which I don't hardly ever use, but often I restart and clear the cell outputs. So you'll get the hang of using these notebooks as we dive into the first set of tutorials in the upcoming sections. In upcoming sessions, I'll also give more information about Kaggle features that are relevant to using the platform. But so far in this lesson, we should have gotten you going enough that you can now start out with the Hello Python.